Hey, good morning, Horizon. It's a Wednesday. We're going to be in Psalm 75 this morning. It's short enough for me to read the whole thing, and I'll do that for you now. We praise you, God. We praise you, for your name is near. People tell of your wonderful deeds. You say, I choose the appointed time. It is I who judge with equity. When the earth and all its people quake, it is I who hold its pillars firm. To the arrogant I say, boast no more. To the wicked, do not lift up your horns. Do not lift your horns against heaven. Do not speak so defiantly. No one from the east or the west or from the desert can exalt themselves. It is God who judges. He brings one down, he exalts another. In the hand of the Lord is a cup full of foaming wine mixed with spices. He pours it out, and all the wicked of the earth drink it down to its very dregs. As for me, I will declare this forever. I will sing praise to the God of Jacob, who says, I will cut off the horns of all the wicked, but the horns of the righteous will be lifted up. I don't think I have to tell you that we live in interesting times, even beyond the pandemic, the way that nations rise up against one another, political turmoil. You think of political leaders and their great plans. You think about nations working for and against one another, tariffs. You think about, we've just heard news that Russia is working to kind of change our election in favor of Donald Trump, while China and Iran are working for Biden. And you think about all this, and you think about, and then you read this and you think, the scriptures say that above it all is God. And God is provident, and he moves nations. I love this when it says, I choose the appointed time. I judge with equity. When the earth and its people quake right now, it's I who hold its pillars firm. So do we really believe that God holds everything, that God is active, that God moves, that he's provident, that he's moving history? It may recast the current situation that we find ourselves in. To think that God is in charge, and nations and leaders who act as they will and have plans and purposes and policies, right, somehow still submitted to the providence of God. God is the one who moves. And I love this idea in verse 8. In the hand of the Lord is a cup full of foaming wine mixed with spices. What's this foaming wine? Well, when wine ferments, gas is released to the surface. It bubbles, right? The whole bubbles up. What it means is that this drink has been set aside and it's been fermenting until the time is right. And I actually just think of the metaphor being really useful, thinking, what is God doing now? How is the times in his hands? Is this a moment where kind of this cup that God holds has fermented and he's pouring it out? It's hard to say now exactly what God is doing or how God is judging or what he's doing, but we will look back and see someday that all of this was in hand. I love this psalm because it just reminds me to think bigger, not quake with the earth, but see who holds the pillars of the earth in his hand. I hope this is a blessing and encouragement to you. Grace and peace to you.